next week it's an extraordinary webinar because we're back to talking about the golden visa, and let's talk about it today because we may have some more information about it. It was mooted that it was going to be scrapped, and then you're saying that they have to put it through with the new law and all that sort of thing. Yeah. But it looks like there could be a date for it, maybe January next year. I mean, what do we know?
This is what we understand. Obviously, it's been approved. The law now is right now in the Congress approved. Now it has to be then approved in the Senate, and should be, or maybe we understand. This is what we understand. Some amendments. Or maybe rejections. We don't know what is going to happen, but obviously let's put the scenario that is going to be eliminated, is going to be raised, obviously, and so this would be, we understand, it's going to be in January, and obviously those ones who already made investment, or those ones who are at this time on the transition in order to buy the property, maybe this week, next week, so they have to hurry up and rapidly make the applications, because if you already made application, even though you don't have any resolution, that will be respected in terms of, okay, they will wait, they will approve it or not according to the requirements, or you should subsanate it. And this new law, of what it says right now, as it is written, those ones who already have a golden visa given, they will have the right to renew if they maintain the investment.
Okay.
So those ones who already had it, okay, that's perfect. Those ones who are going to get it these weeks, they will keep it and they will have the right to renew it. And well, that's going to be what is going to happen. And obviously those ones, and the webinar that we're doing is focused not just for those ones who are right now in a hurry, but those ones who already got it. Obviously, is just to give them the scenario, to give them, obviously, confidence, security, and inform and be transparent about what the law says. Literally, we will read it, we will talk about that, we will discuss, and obviously we will have some conclusions on what it says, on what we understand about that.
So that they can go on and renew it, even though after January it may not exist anymore.
Yeah, the good thing that the law has protected is the acquired rights. So if they already had under the previous law, this is going to carry on and on. So all of those, so this is good news. All of these people who managed to do it on time, and still time to do it. I expect for sure, I think January might be still, but it will depend on contesting and appealings and opposition. But I mean, let's budget just a month, or it could be 2, but so people needs to hurry up.
Why wait?
We've been discussing these with our department as well this morning. And I think if you pretty much have most of the requirements, it's worth it lodging it through so you are in. And then if there is something that is missing, then you could provide it within the time given, hopefully. So it's a matter of buying time.
But it is one of those things where, a bit like getting a license for something, as long as your application is in, then you can probably carry on until you actually get the physical.
Yeah, that will be the way around it now, is just for everybody to try to get all their requirements on time. We're still on time, but we will submit it whenever we consider it is due to protect your application. And then if you're missing some of the documents, you just provide it afterwards.
Yeah.
But obviously without a given time. Normally they give you 10 days after the submission. But the Golden Visa is a very fast, I would say is one of the fastest I ever seen visas. It's 20 working days, pretty much. Yeah. So we need to hurry up. That's from lodging. And, but yeah, I think this is, in some cases, I mean, the bad news that you cannot apply for it. But the good news is that the acquired rights are protected.
And it's the whole thing being scrapped, because we were talking about maybe just it would be the property side of it.
This is what we understood it was going to happen, but at the end, I think it's a political decision. I mean, it has no argument on property. I was making the calculation some weeks ago, and because in Spain, normally, more or less, every year is around 650,000 transactions. So there are 650,000 deeds of buying and selling properties.
Right.
So for Golden Visa, it's around an average of 1,000, 1,200. Those 90% is on property. The rest could be in investments, in the bank deposits, bank accounts. And 90% of those ones are over 500,000 euros properties, because in Golden Visa you can invest on properties, which all of them together can be 500,000 euros.
Yes.
But
right.
many of the golden visa which is attached is properties which is more than 500,000 euros, which means that there's a very few amount of properties that are less than 500,000 euros. So we are talking about, and I calculated it is 0.0015% that affects on the property market.
Yes,
on these 650,000 properties that are bought. So it does not affect at all to those ones who want to have access to young people, who want to have access to property. But it's a political decision.
Yeah, it was kind of dragged into the argument about tourist rentals and things, but it's totally different because it's, as you say, that's tiny percentage, and the cost of those properties, it's not really having an effect on generally on the property market.
Not at all. It's like a political argument in order to put a curtain on all those problems that they have. And it is just that. I mean, they will say all the time, we have done that to protect the poor people. We don't want to give things easily to rich people. They want to increase taxes, and they want to, right now there is some investment funds on real estate, which is called Socimi. I'm not going to explain that now, but it's like very, very important issue in order to invest on real estate. And it has a very attractive tax situation scenario in Spain. Well, the government wants to erase that tax benefits that they have. So they're going to put all this investment out of Spain easily, rapidly.
Yeah.
But it's really a curtain. This decision has been a curtain in order to avoid or erase and have an argument in order to say, we've done this in your favor against the rich people. Whatever it is.
It's some publicity. But it is what it is.